Good evening, everybody. I'm going to do a quick video of this. I'm going to put this on YouTube and Twitter, so you're at least aware. Out of respect for Harold Peterson, I have to explain this because this is what we did for our job when we were in the government at this time. So, out of respect for him, I'm going to explain something. When Trump was in office, he established tax cuts, or a bill called the Tax Reformation Bill. When this happened, the President of the United States, Biden, got involved. And he had people who were accountants, people that were medical attorneys, like workers' comp attorneys, people that were Social Security attorneys, and etc. When I went to look at that document, and I got a whole page of it, and I also did research on this, there was an investigation that was done on medical debts, and there was an investigation that was done on banking fraud and commercial debts. I had a relative of mine named John George Trump, or he was called George Gation at the time. In his will, in his trust, in this agreement, I'm trying to explain this, they left things in trust to me. Besides me having my real estate license, my life and health insurance license, my medical license, me passing these exams, in New York, they have the United States MLE, and then with the CPA exam and the CMA exam, they have those exams that do with the National American, Association, or the AICPA has a version of that where you can take these tests in the city. What I'm trying to explain is you can't do anything. The President of the United States got inaugurated. That's fine and all. But they can't do anything with no budget. So you people who are in SAG, the Screen Actors Guild, you have this show that's coming up. You're not going to be able to get paid. The executives are not going to be able to get paid. Nobody's going to get paid because Trump and Biden and half of the people in Congress and Senate changed the rules. It wasn't just my decision. It was what they showed me on a piece of paper. They have a document that's like 500 or 600 pages that they never explained to financial advisors, that they never explained to an economics board, that they never explained to the Federal Reserve. They changed the whole rules. You guys signed, the Democrats, the Republicans, you guys signed it. But you don't understand that there are strict rules when it comes to banking fraud. You can't do anything. No offense. You can't keep your SAG card now if you're involved in any type of felony, any type of misdemeanor, any type of offense. Whether it is proven in court or whether they can prove it on a newscast station. If a judge approves it, you can't get a SAG card. You can't get a union card. It's the same thing with being a citizen or etc. If you're doing anything that's criminal, that it's a misdemeanor or a felony, and you become an endangerment to society, the new rules is that you get kicked out of the country. So this is what I'm trying to explain to you guys so you're at least aware. If you want to look at these sections, you're going to need to start speaking to your congressmen or senators. This is not to scare you. This is to tell you the truth. This is what I had to do in Albany, New York, and what I had to do after I was done with the AmeriCorps. They had me go through paperwork, and I went through extensive amount of university and many degrees at these universities and many degrees for licensing. So I'm trying to explain to you guys, you can't pay anybody right now. They're not even using minimum wage anymore. They changed everything. And President Trump needs to start being honest with the American public and the taxpayers. This includes the Ukraine situation as well. We do not, United States taxpayers are not allowed to pay for anything that has anything to do with funneling, with money laundering, or anything to do with espionage. A lot of these banks committed espionage charges. ID.me and Zelle were involved in personal and business identity theft. You can't steal people's identity. You can't threaten people or commit robbery or burglary charges. You can't go into someone's house and steal people's checks. You can't make up checks. These are all funneled together of what happened in the pandemic. And you guys are not telling the public the truth. And people need to be aware of this. If you don't see this, you should look at my feed to begin with. And you should ask your congressman or senator. And they need to be held accountable for a lot of this behavior. And you need to hold these past people accountable as well, because they knew about it and they're hiding it. You're not allowed to hide information like this. So thank you guys. Have a good day.